moon is low, the stars don't blink. The night feels heavy like it's trying to think. Every breath a question, why not near? I call your name but it disappears. I wanna see you again. Feel the fire like back then. I wanna see you again. Baby, make this heart amends. Raindrops hit the pavement slow. Each one a beat to the love we know. Your shadow lingers in the glow. Why'd you leave? Why'd you go? Can't escape it, no I can't. This feeling like a chance. I wanna see you again. Feel the fire like back then. I wanna see you again. Baby, make this heart amends. The city hums a quiet tune.
Good morning, everybody. It's foodie time. How are y'all doing this morning, this Friday morning, TGIF, right? Normally we have friends and family today, but you guys, I was slow on the draw this week. Forgot to get somebody to come on today. So it's just going to be me. So anyway, guess what? Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. We're going to talk about that. But anyway, right now, I want to explain that this is a Connect and Grow chat. If you type hashtag grow in this chat, Nightbot will show your link and people can go to your channel and check you out. It's a wonderful thing because it's so easy. It's so easy. And what a great way to build your community and meet new people on YouTube. A lot of interesting channels out there, I'm telling you. So that's really fun. But if you're here for the replay instead of live, I'm sorry you missed the live, but I'm glad you're here. Be sure and leave a comment in the comments. And also be sure to check out our live chat panel so you can see who is in here, putting in their link, growing their community, doing the due diligence of the YouTube. I don't know what to call YouTube at this point. I'm not going to say YouTube streets. I'm not going to say YouTube experience, just YouTube, y'all. YouTube has been really acting crazy for me. I don't know about anybody else lately, but I don't know what's going on in my channel anymore because every once in a while I get a whole bunch of subs and then all of a sudden I lose some subs, and it's usually, it'll go up 8, it'll come down 4. So there's a net gain there, but I'm just laughing about it because I know it's probably related to the craziness going on with the shorts on my channel. I have one short right now that for some reason, and I ain't figured it out yet, is really performing much better than it was, and that was the Harmony of the Seas balloon drop. I never, you know how you put out something and you say, I really didn't expect it to take off. Yeah, that one, it's up to 7,000 views. I looked at that yesterday and I was like, what? People love a good balloon drop. That's all I'm going to say. I was just cracking up when I noticed that. But yeah, things are weird. YouTube, they can promote anything they want to promote, by the way. They can do that, So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's beginning to develop some speed. I mean, it was hanging out around 3,000 for a while. Now it's up to like 7,000. So I don't know if little kids are passing it to other little kids or adults are passing it to other adults. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the analytics and see what's going on. Hey, let me say hello to all these people in the comments today. How are y'all doing? We are in Key West, by the way, on the porch. Check it out, on the porch. We're on the porch. I love Key West. I hope to go there again one day soon. One of my favorite times with my husband, we did some crazy stuff. We went and looked at art. I know he was not expecting to have he was not expecting I was going to be dragging him into little art parlors and stuff. But yeah, we went and looked at art. It was pretty cool. Dark Theme, good morning. Hi, happy almost Valentine's Day. How are you this morning? Considering it's Friday the 13th, I'm doing pretty good. Knock on wood. I'm gonna knock on wood because how often does Friday 13th come right before Valentine's Day? Yeah. I'm not sure what to think about that, child. It could be it could be crazy. But welcome in, Dark Theme. So glad to see you, my friend. So glad. Whenever I see Dark Theme, I always think about the first time I saw you come in here. And I kept thinking, who is that? He looks so mysterious. You look so mysterious. But anyway, Willie from the Desert Hangout. Willie's Desert Hangout. Okay, why am I'm not reading that right today. I don't know. He's part of the Foodie channel. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, you knew the assignment. This morning, my dishwasher was empty again. My husband emptied the dishwasher before he went to work. I was like, okay, this is the second time that's happened. Each time it happens, it messes with my head, y'all, because I'm sitting there thinking, did I empty the dishwasher? I mean, I know I'm getting forgetful in my old age, but shoot. Anyway, I'm really excited about that. He is really working up some good points before Valentine's Day. Yeah. It's the little things, y'all. It's the little things. But anyway, welcome in, Willie. Willie's saying, in all the world there is no heart for me like yours. In all the world there is no love for you like mine. Wow. Is that your quote? Or did you steal that? Because that is so profound right there. No love for you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Willie. My goodness. That is so sweet. Thank you. I tell you what, I love Valentine's Day. Nothing but love, y'all. I know there's a lot of hate going on everywhere, but you know what? Love is more powerful than hate. And you know what? So much more easy to spread. I don't know. A lot of people have an opinion about that, but that's okay. Love is still very strong. And I believe everything is about love. So thank you, Willie, for that. That made my day. Showed up early so I don't miss it. Amy, part of the Foodie Squad. How you doing if you seek Amy? Girl, I played your playlist yesterday. I don't know if you saw me out there in the Amy streets. And I got to tell you, girl, you are so detailed oriented. You need to get an award. I was thinking, man, she kept up with the numbers. If you want to know some numbers, go over to Amy's channel. Also, just go over to Amy's channel. At some point, she's going to type #girl. If you have not connected with her, be sure to do that. She's a sweetie pie, and she's very good at explaining things. I loved it. I really did. I didn't get to watch all of it. I was running all over the place in the house. Plus, I had a whole bunch. Willie would tell you, I had Willie playing the blues for me on his channel because, y'all, yesterday I had the travel agent blues because it was a disastrous knock on wood. Please don't let that happen today. People were having trouble. Some of my clients, they were going to all-inclusives, and American Airlines was delaying flights by like 3 hours and telling them things like, well, you're just going to have to wait till tomorrow to go. And nothing like missing a day of your vacation or your cruise because the flight was delayed so much that you miss your connection. And there's nothing I can do about that, but listen to them and cry with them. That's about it. Okay. So yeah. You're not missing much right now. I'm just whining about that. Sorry. But yeah, I made some decisions about my travel business yesterday. I'll tell y'all because y'all are here. I'll tell y'all. John P. Hey, John. How you doing? Putting in some stuff. Look at his emojis. When you look at his emojis, you kind of get to know John. John is very unique. I love me some John P. John. When I go to your channel, I know to expect the unexpected. Some good stuff, dude. Good stuff. But anyway, foodies, welcome in, my friend. Sea Lake Journeys. My buddy Chet is coming on today. He was on this morning already, but he's coming in tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern or 5:30 Central. And they're preparing for certain stuff like cruises. Robin's going to be on there. We call her clickbait because Miss Chet puts her beautiful picture out there. Oh, it did not click, did it? He puts her beautiful picture out there. And hey, look, you said happy almost Valentine's Day too. Chat, we think so much alike. It's hilarious. But anyway, but yeah, she's so pretty. So whenever you put Robin on the cover of any thumbnail, people will immediately look at her. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, and then she's not in there, so we always tease them. We say, "Yeah, you just put her on there, so everybody would come, and then we get Chet. The Chet, we love you, so don't think it's just Robin, okay?" Scott, controversial cruising in the house. He's going to be going to Florida. I'm so excited. Are you in Florida? You know, you could be in Florida for all I know. I am not keeping up with even things in my life. So I know I'm not keeping up with you really well, but he's part of the Foodie Squad. It's Sticky Vicky time. Well, if you count the sticky caramel popcorn I had earlier, yeah, that's probably true. But anyway, hey, when you go to get on the Bright Line, tell me, I don't know. I don't understand about the Bright Line. I've been trying to figure this out. I did watch your last one. You were talking about the seats and being on premium and, dude, living the life. But the thing that I can't figure out is when you go to the airport and you're getting ready to get on the Bright Line train, do you have to leave the airport, stay in the airport? Is there a spot to go to the airport? I don't know what's going on with that. So that's the part that seems to be confusing whenever you watch a Bright Line. I want to know what is the situation when you get off the plane and you got to catch a Bright Line. Yeah, that's what I want to know, because, I would love to fly into Orlando instead of flying into Miami. You guys, I can fly to Orlando, or actually to Sanford, for $54, okay? And then get on a train and go to Miami. You know how much money that would save me? It is not cheap to fly to Miami from Kentucky. Just saying. Besides, you could stay in Orlando or around Orlando or whatever, and then take the Bright Line down to Miami. Nothing against Miami, but there is so much fun stuff I have not done in Orlando yet that I want to do. So that really intrigues me. I cannot wait for that video, sweetie. Woohoo! Now, speaking of Scott, Scott's going to be on tonight at 8 p.m. for the match game, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hear y'all are talking about the Unhinged Cruise, which, how timely. I was going to say something about the Unhinged Cruise. The Unhinged Cruise is a year away, y'all. The Valentine's Day of next year is going to be the beginning. And like I said, we're talking a triple dilemma. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but I can't wait to hear what you guys are planning, because that first day with Valentine's Day, maybe the steakhouse, maybe probably the football game and the sail away party and the casino. Yeah, just so much stuff. Okay, but I'm here for it. Look, I'm going to try and get to everything, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, a year away, which brings me to this, y'all. I cannot wait to play. Yeah, I am so excited. I am here for it. Food is here, but I am here for being on the Unhinged Cruise. If you're not on the Unhinged Cruise, what are you waiting for? Y'all, I'm so excited about meeting all of the Match Game crew. They're so cool. Liz and Chris and Greg and Michelle and Scott, you guys. So be sure and check them out tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on one of those channels, either the Carnival Cruise Addicts or the Cruise Live TV or Controversial Cruising. Check them out. It's going to be a fun experience. And like I said, I can't wait to get on it. Y'all, I haven't been on Carnival since 2013 or something like that. 2013. I don't know, but it's been a while. Haven't been on Carnival. And it's not because I wasn't trying to go on Carnival. It's just that I was on a lot of royal stuff and I was trying to get diamond status, which I have now. So I'm almost at Diamond Plus, but I do feel at this point in time, I would like to branch out and see some other cruise lines. And I used to go on Carnival back in the 1990s. Okay. So it's been a long time, coming that I need to go back. And I don't know. I just want to see the celebration. Everybody talks about how awesome it is. But more than anything else, y'all, I want to see all the people that are going. I mean, all of my friends on this channel, all of the Foodie Squad practically is going, except for Lori. Another discussion. She needs to take the Brightline. When you see Lori, I just saw a message from her saying she will meet you in Nassau. Run this US. Okay. But here, when you see her, explain to her that she can go to Port Canaveral and get on the train to go to Miami. Now, when you get to Miami, Scott, what happens? Do you have to take a bus? Does it go to the Miami airport? What's the scenario there? Okay. Well, anyway, I know he's going to tell us all that. I can't wait. Scott, I am so glad you're here because I had to say all of that. He's probably working. It's the Savage Vlogger 69. Morning, Gotham President Vicky. Morning, Batman. What have we got going on for Valentine's Day in the Gotham City? I've got planning. I've got food to prepare. What? I tell you, Vicky, what is on the menu for the Unhinged Match Game tonight? I'm thinking wings. Yeah. I really am. I'm thinking wings. Yes, indeed. Foodie Vacations. Good morning, Vicky. Hey, Twisted Nerves. Part of the Foodie Squad. Winston, what is up? How are you doing? Glad you are here, my friend. Lori Barber, part of the Foodie Squad, already sending me a message. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. I don't know. Friday the 13th has always been lucky for me, but it is kind of weird having it right before Valentine's Day. Don't really know what to think about it. Sounds like I'm not going to Cincinnati. I wanted my husband to go with me to Cincinnati to the Hard Rock Casino. He's not a fan of casinos. He's not a gambler. Oh, he does like a game of blackjack, but he has stopped gambling. He's getting older. He's a little less adventurous these days, but that's okay. That's it's a thing that happens. I wish I could get him to go because I would like to see. I really want to record it. Content creator, they may not let me record Jack, but there's a whole bunch of stuff in that particular casino. A lot of artifacts for the Hard Rock Cafe. Hard Rock. And then there's also the Hard Rock Cafe that's in the Hard Rock Casino in Cincinnati. And I love the Hard Rock Cafe. I eat there every time I go to Vegas, oddly enough. But not going to happen with him. I guess I'm going to have to drag some other poor victim. Somebody else is going to have to go, but that's okay. A lot of my friends like to gamble. So it's a matter of me just asking somebody if they want to go. So happy Friday to you, Lori. I do hope you change your mind and come with us because I would like for you to be there. I understand, though, that it is a problem for you to go to Miami. And I know you have your qualms about Super Bowl. But like I said, it's Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, sail away, and possibly a steakhouse situation. We'll find out tonight. I know you're going to be there at 8 o'clock. We'll find out what's going on. Maybe we can change your mind. Yeah, maybe I can figure out a way to protect you from the noise and craziness. You should come up to the 10th deck with me. I don't think there's going to be as much action there as there's going to be down in the Cove. Just saying. Anthony the Move, good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Now, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I'm on the 10th deck. And the reason I'm on the 10th deck, that's where the food's going to be up there, y'all. So look, I'm going to get as close as I can to the food. Now, somebody's probably going to break my heart and tell me, Vicki, that's not where the food is at. Anyway, y'all know me. You know what's up. Good morning. And Anthony, you're on the move. Are you on a cruise right now? Are you getting ready to go on a cruise right now? I haven't talked to you for a while, Anthony, so I don't know what you're up to, but I got a funny feeling you're going to be on the Unhinged cruise, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Uncle Dave told me 4 different appetizers. Scott, Uncle Dave, he's a mess. He's a mess, yeah. Y'all, on Saturday night, Uncle Dave comes on with Eddie Lugo Studios at 9 p.m. Eastern. They do the Saturday Night Live. I haven't been on there lately because that's also the night, it's date night for my husband and I. So, depending on how it goes, I will be there or maybe not be there. So I haven't done it lately, and I feel kind of bad because, well, on one hand, it's like I got to spend some time with my hubby, right? He works all week, and Saturday is his downtime. So, we go out and eat and go to things. So I don't know. We'll see what happens this Saturday. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I don't know if they're doing Saturday Night Live. I probably won't be there. I'm just saying. But you never know. You never know. So Lori's giving me purple hearts. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for being here. You guys, thank you for coming today. I was a little bit depressed this morning because I don't know, my father's birthday is coming up. His birthday is February 16th. And I started thinking about how every year I would make him a cheesecake or some kind of apple pie or strawberry something. He loved baked items, so that's been on my mind. I have been watching the near-death experiences too much. My husband's like, you're watching NDEs again. Because they have a happy ending. There are weird stories, but they have a habit. A lot of people don't believe in near-death experiences. I do believe in them because of something that happened to me. I haven't had a near-death experience, but I do get weird signs when people are getting ready to die. And so I do know that in my heart that we are connected to spirits, and we can communicate, and they communicate to me, and that's kind of weird. So in my heart of hearts, whenever I see these stories, I always think this really happened to somebody, and they're having a hard time getting people to understand that it really happened to them. So, but it's a happy ending always because it's somebody who died, came back, and now they're telling the story of what happened to them and that they're not afraid anymore of dying, which is really cool. A lot of people are afraid of dying, but I think it has something to do with how you die too, y'all. If you have a violent death, that would be kind of scary. But in the NDEs, whenever somebody has a violent death, they don't remember the violent part. They don't feel it. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm just saying. Hello, Vicky in chat. Yoda's Blessed Slices here. Joda, how are you doing on this Valentine's Day weekend? Come to Match Game. It's going to be interesting. It really is. It always is interesting, by the way. But tonight they're going to talk about the group cruise, and that is going to make it even more interesting. So don't miss it, y'all. Dark Theme. What's going on, my brother? Controversial cruising. Yeah, Scott has been up to stuff. He's getting ready to go on the Mardi Gras, and that's going to be awesome. That's the sister ship of the celebration, which is what the Unhinged is on. So I can't wait to see that too. Plus, he's going to get on the Brightline train, have his free drinks because he got premium for, what'd you say, $35? Dude, you are winning. Scott. Thank you for the heart so much, John. I appreciate that. I'll take those hearts. Lori says, my brother's birthday. I bet he knows how many times his birthday was on Valentine's weekend. Yeah, he probably does. And Valentine's Day means different things to different people. So I heard Trisha Setzel saying she's got her Galentine's going on this weekend. Trisha, she's such a mess. I love her. I don't know how I met her, but I'm so glad I met her. Anyway, she was talking about that. I have been some other friends trying to get me to do some stuff on Valentine's Day, and I want to spend it with my sweetie, obviously, but I also want to spend it with my friends. So I'm kind of torn, but there you go. Lori, you got to spend Valentine's Day with us next year. It will be a cruise about love and football. Yeah. But the first day will be the Super Bowl, and then it will be done. Look, football will end that day. And that you got to like, too. I mean, even though it's going to be football, it's going to be one day. One day, the first day of the cruise. Yoda said we should hit 100,000 middle of August. He's in the 3 digits. Thanks for everyone's support of our channel, Yoda. That is freaking awesome. Dude, I am really, really excited for you. I'm excited for me. Like I said, I got 8, lost 4. I net gained 4. I tell you, you are winning, Yoda. You should be here on Wednesdays when we talk about people winning, because that is impressive. People want to hear your story. They want to know, how the heck did you get to that number, dude? Cruz Valero, part of the Foodie Squad. Hey, Cruz. Hey, Cruz, are you going on a cruise? Have you just been on a cruise? I need to catch up with you because we have not been, we played each other's playlists. I've seen her freaking awesome videos about her cruises and stuff, you guys. But Cruz Valero, welcome to the Foodie Squad. You know what? I didn't get a chance to officially welcome you, so here we go. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to welcome Amy. Amy, this is for you too.
Neon lights, they paint the air. Shadows move like they don't care. The bass is low, it grabs my chest. This night won't let us rest. Hands up, hands high. Touch the moon, feel the sky. Lose control, don't ask why. Party all night. Let the rhythm take you.
I love the Foodie Squad. And you know what? I'm going to start making some more personal videos for the Foodie Squad because, it occurred to me that, and all the things that I talk about, I try to not really get way personal, but I do get personal. You guys do know some weird things about me, but I think the members are mostly people who really know me and are here a lot. So I think I'm going to start talking about some stuff and showing you guys what my family life and what is going on behind the scenes. The foodie behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm going to do that, y'all. It sounds like fun. We're going to have a good time. I don't know what happened, but there we go. I was going to say it went way down during that. Okay. So people are saying hello to each other. Welcome in, y'all. Look at all these people coming in. Yes. I love it. Okay. Will G. Morning, Will. Will, part of the Foodie Squad. How you doing, Will? Will, I really am looking forward to your next cruise, which I know is coming up rather quickly. But, I know that you're not going to post anything about it, but I will see you probably in somebody else's cruise video. I was laughing about the fact that Will, who doesn't post stuff like that, he's in other people's videos. So I have gotten to know you kind of like, accidentally. Yeah, you always seem like you're having a good time too. So that's great. That's awesome. I love people doing that. I love people going into other people's videos and showing, like Team Reese was in my video and I was in her video, her and Ray's video. And I'm telling y'all, they are so freaking awesome. It's so wonderful when you go on a cruise and you meet other cruisers that you have met in the chat and now you know them in person. It is really, really cool. It is like taking your relationship just one more step beyond YouTube. So there you go. The cruise tubers. Yes, you guys are part of the Foodie Squad too. And you know that I'm going to have to play another media set for you and Will. That is so cool. Yes, welcome in, my friend. I met the cruise tubers because I was looking for something. I can't remember, but I think it was related to casinos. And I was so intrigued with the channel and all the stuff that you talk about that I decided to go on and subscribe. And thank you guys for coming here. It means so much to me. Yeah, you just subscribed to Helping Hands for Cruising. Yay! That's a big win. We're trying to get them monetized because that would be so helpful for the cause for sure. Yes, indeed. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for going over there and checking them out. Yeah, it's up here in case you guys are curious. There is the link. If you have not subscribed to Helping Hands, what are you waiting for? It's free. That's a free way that you can help them help other people to get on a cruise. So exciting. Yeah, hashtag grow, everybody. Get in there. Get in there and do your thing with the Connect and Grow chat. Okay, whatever floats your boat, Angie, part of the Foodie Squad. Hey, y'all, Angie, the weather this week is going to be freaking awesome. Have you got plans? Are you planning something for Valentine's Day? Am I asking too many questions? Probably so. But yeah, Angie's going to be on the Unhinged cruise. I can't wait. I can't wait to see her. You know, it's funny. We're right across the bridge from each other. We've been talking about having a meetup when the weather breaks, somewhere in Indiana so that the people from Illinois can come and the people from below Indiana can come and we can all get together and just see each other. Something informal, not real fancy or anything, but just something that would be good. I would love to do that. Maybe Indianapolis. I don't know. I forgot to ask Nettie how far Chicago is. Well, Yoda, no, Yoda's not there. Who is in Chicago in here? But how far is Chicago from Indianapolis? We don't want anybody to have to drive very far. Oh, come with Debbie. Hi. Welcome in. I just met you on Go Live Together. So awesome. Be sure and leave your link. Hashtag grow. Nightbot will show your link. And that would be so cool. Would love to get to know your channel a little bit better. You seem to be a cruiser, and I'm always curious about other people's cruises. Yeah, because we don't have enough money to go on every cruise, but isn't it awesome that everybody else is showing their cruise stuff, so you get a chance to experience different ships without having to pay for it. That's what got me into this, y'all. I couldn't afford to go on cruises when I first started doing this, but I did love coming on YouTube and looking at everybody else's cruises. I could afford it. I was doing it, but it wasn't as much as I wanted to. I was going on Carnival back in the 1990s, back when they were having, $100 and something cruises. I went on a $49 cruise once on Carnival, and it was pretty awesome. I had a great old time. I went with a group of people. It was a group cruise, $49. You won't see that happen no more. But Debbie says, hey, all, good morning. Come with Debbie. Welcome in. So the cruise trooper says, Vicki, I hear If You Seek Amy will be going on one of your group cruises. Yeah, one of our group cruises. She's coming on the Unhinged, which is going to be Valentine's Day of next year. You can find out more information about that from Carnival Cruise Addicts. I think you're hooked to them too. And Controversial Cruising or Cruise Life TV tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Definitely put that on your calendar of things to do tonight, because they're going to do some talking about the Unhinged cruise. And I can't wait. Hashtag grow. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for that. Okay. Thank you, Vicki. You're welcome, Scott, anytime. It's all about spreading the information to get everybody on this cruise so we can finally meet everybody. What a cool thing. You'll be able to interview other creators. You'll be able to record the celebration. You will get to show the crazy dilemma that day will be. It's going to be a special video, y'all. Be sure to record everything the first day. I want to see it all. Like I'm just asking for myself. Amy says, were you asking about the Bright Line in Orlando? It's next to Terminal C. If you fly into A or B, take the train to Terminal C and you will see the station. You don't need to leave the airport. Thank you, sweetie. And I know you have a video about this. I didn't get to see all of it. But I know you have a video too. And it's so awesome that they made that train. That train moves really fast. I think you get there from Orlando to Miami in like an hour and something. Or maybe it's an hour. I don't know. How long is it, Amy? But it's really fast. It is a fast train. It's probably one of the only fast trains that we have really in the United States besides the ones out in California. All of the trains over across the pond are fast trains. Okay. What do they call those trains? I don't remember. But anyway, they're really fast. Okay. So they move at lightning speed. Not faster than an airplane, but it's still very fast. So we don't have very many of those in the United States. I don't know why. I was watching a program once about that, and I forgot what they were trying to explain about speed trains in the United States and why we don't have them, because we really need them. You guys, I don't know if you realize this, but if we had speed trains, we probably wouldn't have to fly so much. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe they want us to be stuck on American Airlines delayed flight list. Don't get me started. Amy K. Oh, thank you. Batman says he liked and shared the stream. Oh, you're so awesome, Batman. I appreciate that so much. That Savage Vlogger, he has a gaming channel and it's really cool. I'm not a gamer, but I do like watching other people do it because I really just don't get it. I mean, I don't have any, well, that would be a lie, y'all. I do have one gaming system. Ask me what it is. And if you say Pong, I'm going to come up through the screen and just smack you, okay? Just so you know, it's not Pong. I have something not that far away. Wii. I have Wii. My husband calls it the antique of gaming systems. Whatever. I call it the collector's item of gaming systems. To this day, I have a blast. If I put in Wii, I have a blast on Wii. I know. And my kids, who won't admit they love Wii, will get on there and do a bowling with me and all the other little games and even some Wii. We got some Wii Zumba because I have the Fit bar too, of the Fit board. Yeah. So, yeah, make fun of me if you want, but I'm having a good time. Okay. Carol solo cruising and more. How are you doing, sweetie? Hi, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's almost Valentine's Day. I'm feeling the love in the air. Yes, indeedy. Kiki. Good morning. It is Team Reese Travels. Kiki, my buddy. You guys are on this Sunday? I think you're on this Sunday. Yeah, it'll be the day after Valentine's Day. That's cool too. Yep. So excited about that. Hey, how are y'all? What are y'all planning to do on Valentine's Day? I know you guys are all about love. So I'm really, really excited for you for Valentine's Day. They are all about it. I loved it. They had the best red outfits on Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night on Virgin, everybody dresses in red. Have you been watching Ryan and Mel? I just love to see couples dressed up in red together. Jorge and I just can't seem to get our act together. I did have a red dress. He had a red shirt. I know we could have done so much better. When I saw Kiki and then I saw Mel and Ryan, I'm thinking to myself, girl, you need to step up your game. I mean, seriously. So the next Virgin Cruise, we're going to do something. I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking for Jorge, which may not be a good idea, but I'm going to try and come up with something really nice. We'll see how it goes. But welcome in, Kiki. Hope you're having a good day. I'm telling you, Scarlet Night. Every time somebody does a video or some pictures about Scarlet Night, it's always bright red. And, the redness of the situation, you can't really tell what's going on. I got a video about the Scarlet Night that I first attended, and it is really red, y'all. It's a short, it is so red, and it's very popular. But when I look at it, I'm like, even I can't figure out what all is going on because it's so red. I have only been on P&O. I would like to do, oh, you are across the water. Yes, that's lovely. I love when people come over here. I would like to do other ships as well. They all look amazing. Never had a bad cruise, y'all. Knock on wood, never had a bad cruise. I don't care how many people complain about cruises. I've never had a bad one. Controversial cruising. When I get to Miami, Bad Bunny escorts me. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Do you know Spanish, Scott? I know enough Spanish to know some of the stuff that was said, and it was just, one song that he did, y'all. I don't know if I told y'all this. One song he did, the one called More Photos, Más Fotos, More Photos. And one of the sentences he says is he wish he had taken more photos, done more kisses, besos, and brazos, hugs. And when I heard that, I burst out crying because that's about family. And that song, whenever somebody plays it on a short, and I hear it now, because it's, they're just rolling through. I see it, I hear it, and I think, yes, I wish I had taken more photos. I'm the last surviving member of my 4-person family. And I wish I had taken more photos. I wish I had done more stuff. And that song really resonated with me because he was talking about that in a video too. He did a interview with Vogue, because he's all about the fashion too. And he was doing this interview with Vogue, and he was talking about it. He was showing his family and his pictures, and he wished he had taken more photos. That makes me cry. So anyway, I'm gonna get back on subject. But yeah, that really pulled the heartstrings right about there. Yes, indeedy. Okay, everybody's speaking to each other. Yeah. If Bad Bunny escorts you, man, that's pretty deep. That's that's pretty deep. Dark theme. Yo, what up, guys? Oh my God, it's Sonic. Hi, Sonic. What's up? How you been? I ain't seen you for a minute. Another gaming channel, but you would have never guessed that right from the name. Hey, Sonic, welcome in. And I love the little picture of Sonic. My grandson's always explaining to me the Sonic villains and who's after what and what's going on. I really don't know, but it is fun. Sonic is not new. So y'all who are in from the 80s, you 80s kids know Sonic has been around for a minute. I don't know how to play any Sonic games, but I did love watching everybody else do it. Batman says, yeah, Vicky, I didn't prepare for Valentine's Day here in Gotham. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, don't worry. The other guy, the mayor, he's having a show tonight. Maybe he will do something for Gotham. I don't know. I just joined my Facebook group. Gosh, Cruz, too, were you just doing it all? Hey, fair warning, there's a page coming up next. Now, Cruz Tuber, if you do join my page, be sure to post stuff there. I always tell everybody the page, just post your cruise video, cruise information. People come there looking for stuff. And I have a lot of people that go to my page just looking for cruise information, which reminds me to say, I have been posting videos every week and have not posted one myself lately to my page. I'm not a Facebook person, y'all. I'm on there like maybe twice a week. And people are leaving me messages and stuff. It's crazy. I do go into Messenger a lot more than I go into Facebook. But I do. If you're going to leave me a message, don't leave it in Messenger or Facebook. That's all I can say, because I probably won't see it for a while. But thank you, Facebook group. Yes, thank you, Cruise Tuber. Definitely post stuff on the Facebook page, which is one of these links coming up, because, yeah, I would love that. I would love that. Rubberneck. Hey, Rubbernecker. What's up? Hi, Foodie. What are you doing for Valentine's Day, my friend? Hope you're spending it with a friend or someone you love. Hopefully, I have started packing by then. Ross, Lori's leaving. You haven't started packing? She's so funny. Wakeview Travel. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Working and lurking. Hi, Wakeview. What's up? You got special plans for Valentine's Day? I'm up here talking, just running my mouth today, y'all, but that's okay. It's close to the food. That's a win. Close to the food, because you never know when you need a snack. I'm just saying. You got to be near the buffet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Debbie says, hell yeah, be near the food. The best place to be for sure. Yes. And I haven't had Carnival's buffet in a long time. Y'all gonna have to tell me what's up with that on Celebration. But I'm always saying, as the closer I can get to food, better my cruise is gonna go. That's all there is to that. Betty's World. Hey, someone else coming in from across the world. Girl. How you doing, Betty? What's up? You guys celebrate Valentine's Day over there? I'm just curious how everybody celebrates Valentine's Day. Is it just an American thing? Because, we celebrate just about anything. We got days for stuff that, Tanisha hasn't been able to come in because she works during this time now. And she used to come in with the day of the day. And I really miss that. Tanisha, part of the Foodie Squad. I miss you. Not only because of the day of the day, but Tanisha, she's just sweetie pie. Yeah. Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger cruise come someday. Yoda, only you would say that. Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger cruise. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Is today the day? No, that's Halloween. I was going to say today the day they break out some of the Freddy Krueger stuff. I don't think so. Debbie says, what do you cook on date night? Normally, if it's a good date night, I ain't cooking. I'm just eating. On date night, we normally go out to eat. So it's probably steak. Steak, we both agree on. There's no argument. Jorge likes Mexican food, and he's not Mexican. He's Puerto Rican, but he loves Mexican food. As long as it's not spicy, Puerto Ricans don't do spicy. They don't even like pepper, I think. But anyway, yeah, he don't do spicy. But for myself, my favorite food is Chinese food. So, that's Mexican, Chinese. It just doesn't seem to meld together. So, if I can get him to a Chinese, if I can get him to, what is that place, y'all? I can't even remember. The Chinese place that's a fancy restaurant that everybody goes to. I don't know. But anyway, it's good stuff. If I can get him there, it's a win. If he can get me to a really good Mexican restaurant, that's a win for him. But most of the time we compromise. Nobody argues with pizza or steak. Sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's steak. Our last date night, it was pizza. So there you go. Hit the like button, everyone. Thank you, sweetie. Do you guys have that in your family where you guys have to sit and decide who's going to win this time and who's going to get what they want to eat and everybody else is just kind of fall in line? We used to be Cheesecake Factory people. My family, my kids love Cheesecake Factory. So we used to go there, it seemed like every Mother's Day, all my birthdays. I didn't mind because my whole family was with me. And I got some photos of that. Yep. What would you cook on date night if you didn't eat out? What would I cook? Probably one of my husband's favorite foods. He loves meatloaf. I don't understand it. Meatloaf is when my family was a normal every week situation, my husband considers it to be one of the best meals. He loves meatloaf and mashed potatoes. He's a potatoes and meat guy. So probably that. If I don't cook that, then I will probably make something like, lasagna, Italian casserole, something like that. I haven't been doing really well with marinara sauce lately. So, yeah, I don't really cook a whole lot of Italian food, but I used to cook all kinds of Italian food. I learned everything Rachel Ray was showing. Yeah. That was my food thing. I like to watch Rachel Ray. Her 30-minute shows, yeah, some of the chicken pizzas, the little round chicken pizzas she made into pizzas and then put pizza toppings on. Yes, y'all, I was all about that. Hey, Amy K, how close are you to a 4,000 watch hours? Yeah. Wakeview said that we better be up. And y'all, I did my part. I played her list. Okay. So I know that there are some hours. I know she's closer for sure. Do it tomorrow night for me. I won't have Wi Fi on the cruise. Aw, that's a bummer. Well, you'll get to see the replay. So that's good. But yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, there's the replay when you come back or when you hit an area that has Wi Fi. Are you on any areas on your cruise where there's Wi Fi? Blessed to Crochet. Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Was thinking about you. I think I remember seeing that you've been to the hospital. I don't know. But I'm glad you're here. So, Lori, we do this on when we get to areas where Wi-Fi is available and isn't going to cost us money, then we do all our Wi-Fi stuff then. So just find out when Wi-Fi is going to be and watch the replay. Yeah. Rubbernecker, awesome, gives a bit of hope there's another side. I can't remember what we were talking about, but I'm all for hope. I'm all for hope. Anyway, I know it has been a minute. Yes, sweetie, missed you. Debbie says, I hope you're okay. Please don't be depressed. You have such a great spirit and happiness about you. Oh, thank you, Debbie. That's so sweet. I'm not depressed. I'm more like, certain things spark you when I'm still in the grieving stage. My dad died March 18th, so it hasn't been a year yet. I hear it takes a year, but I think it takes more than that. From my mother's death, I remember it took a long time for me to get over that. But, oh yeah, the other side, that's what you were talking about. Okay, and now it's beginning to make sense to me, Rubbernecker. It is nice to know, that our soul continues to go on, but anyway, now I know what you were saying. I'm not depressed, not depressed. I'm still in mourning. Okay, I will just put it that way. Still grieving my father's death, only because I spent so much time with my father. I mean, I think I'm having a different kind of grieving than I did with my brother and my mother, because I took care of my dad the last year he was here, because his wife, my stepmother, she died a year before he did. Okay. And he's so used to people taking care of him. His wives have always been the kind that really, take care of them and feed them and stuff like that. So it became very intense. It's the closest my father and I have ever been. My father was a workaholic coming up. I saw him, when I could see him. That's but the last year we spent together was just really intense. And if you've ever taken care of somebody, you know what I'm talking about. You start to really know them. Okay. Really know them. It's very interesting. Rubbernecker, it is very interesting. It's so interesting, even if you don't believe in near-death experiences, and how often do I talk about this lately, y'all? It's a very interesting story to hear somebody's story. Now, all of the stories have an element or two of the same thing, but everybody's experience, just like here on Earth, everybody's experience is different beyond here. Okay. So I just get really intrigued. It's going back to also what John P. talks about. There's a lot we don't know. Basically, okay, it's a lot we don't know. We have hints, but we refuse to believe the hints. Okay, it's like you see things and you're like, now was that a coincidence? Things that you're thinking, is that a coincidence? Yeah, those are the hints. Okay. So listening to people talk about their stories are really good stories. It's better than watching the craziness on television and movies. I swear, when somebody tells their real experience, what was real to them, and you want to hear that story, I watched this one yesterday that really blew my mind because I've watched a whole bunch of near-death experiences. Oh, by the way, the name of that channel is Coming Home. If anybody ever wants to see the stories. One of the stories I watched yesterday was so like my life that I was really intrigued. The lady was a psychologist, and she was talking about, how it changed her life, how now she does things differently. A lot of them say they stopped chasing corporate America, the corporate ladder. They stopped doing all the stuff that they thought was so important before they had their near-death experiences, because they realized after they had their near-death experience, they all say the same thing, that what was important when they went to the other side was they learned that what's important to the other side was the transactions between people. The good things that you did for other people, the bad things you did to people. They didn't judge you for that, but they wanted you to see it, to learn. And all of them believe that the reason we are here on earth is to teach us love, to teach us how to help other people, to teach us how to transact with other souls in a positive way. Now, you think about that, that's just deep any way you look about it. But when I hear all of these different stories, and God, y'all, I have learned, or I have thought about, how do I transact with other people? What kind of impression, and it'll make you think that, what kind of impression do I leave on other people when I interact with them? I can remember one day I was really depressed. I was sad. I was in the Dollar General store. No, I was in the Dollar Tree store. And I was really upset about something. Somebody had said something to me that was not positive. And it affected the way I saw myself. And when I was in the line and I was talking to the cashier, out of nowhere, she said, "You know what? You look beautiful. I love your hair. I love your skin tone. You are so beautiful." And it occurred to me right then and there, that was no accident. People just don't out of the blue tell you that they love the way you look on a day that you are really depressed. So those kind of things have always affected me. When I see something like that happen, I think, oh my gosh, how did that happen? All of a sudden I was smiling. All of a sudden I was so thankful to somebody I didn't even know, probably would never see again. Stuff like that happens. It's happened to you. And when it happens, do you think about it? Do you say, wow, why did that happen? Or how did that happen right then? And then people go, well, it was just a coincidence, but you wanted to read more into it. Maybe you need to read more into it. Where if you travel, my wife and I had our first date on Friday the 13th. I think it's good luck. Yeah, I think so too. But you might have to ask her. Oh, that's funny. Obviously, she married you. She obviously thought it was good luck at the time. That's funny. Yeah, you guys are funny. This is another one of those things that happened to me in a period of time that I don't know, coincidence or not, if it wasn't for this community, I would have fell apart. I was, my fault. When my father passed, the only thing that kept me up was this community. And here's the bad news, though. They had to see me go through mourning and grieving at the beginning. Yeah, you guys, love you guys. But, that to me was just a weird coincidence that all of a sudden I had people in my life who were supportive, who came here every day to make sure I was okay, sent me messages in Messenger saying, "Vicki, are you okay? Vicki, you're putting up a good front on the live, but are you okay?" That happened to me. I didn't have anybody else in my life like that. I have one friend. She's or not one friend, but one close friend who lives about an hour and a half from here. So she was trying her best to be there for me, but she had a life. She has a life where she lives in Kentucky, and it's not close. Okay, so it was hard for her to help me. But the good news is every day I was coming on here and talking to people like they were sitting right there. So, I don't think that was an accident that all of that happened, that I started coming on every day talking to people who were showing me concern. And, um, since then I've become part of their lives and shown them concern because a lot is going on for them too. It's a weird thing that's going on with social media. Sometimes social media is really hateful. Sometimes it's also very uplifting. Depends on what social media you're involved in, okay? YouTube has a mixture of both. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff going on. There are people that support each other every day. There are people that tear each other down every day. So go to the light. Go to the side that helps you out. Don't go the other direction. That's all I'm going to say. Been busy planning a baby shower for my daughter. Oh, yeah, she's expecting her first grandchild. Oh, I'm really happy for you, Mary. Really happy. See what I'm saying? I've become, I don't know, I have become so close to people here, and that is so good because I needed y'all. I don't know if y'all needed me, but you're here, so maybe you did. I don't know. Rubberneck, I left you a package. Rubberneck, she just became one of your community members, and you just got an awesome community member. Mary is awesome. So there you go. What a blessing. Blessed to crochet. You're a sweetie pie. Hello, Cruz. Hello. Okay, everybody's speaking to each other. It's after 11. I'm still running my mouth. Anyway, foodies, let's catch up again. Yes, Cruz, please don't be a stranger. Love you. Love you. Willie's community. Willie is going through so much right now. I love my Willie. But he just lost his mom. And I try to be there as much as I can because I know how that is. Okay. And he's always been there for me. He's such a sweetie pie. But your community, you want to say on YouTube, maybe this isn't real. When I first started doing this, I remember thinking, before I had my own chat and went to other people's chat, I'm like, is this real? Are these people showing up every day to support this person? You guys, YouTube is real. Willie's community shows up for him every day because he's so awesome. He really is. And also because we love him. Amy says, red hearts. Thank you. I'll take those hearts, sweetie. I really do. I really will take those hearts. Thank you so much. Linda Toman creates. Hey, Linda. Now, Linda knows what I'm talking about. Linda has been through some stuff too. She knows. It's always good when people show up and support you. And, you want to do the same for other people. So good morning, my friend. Good morning. Okay. Mary says, Betty, I left you a package. You're going to love Betty. Betty is awesome. She's all the way on the other side of the world, but she still comes over here to support us. So that is so cool. I'm only 8 away from 2,100. Go girl. It is all about making those connections. It is. For YouTube, growing your channel is about making connections and also engagement. So I'm learning more and more about YouTube. I've been deep diving into the analytics and stuff. And I found out that engagement is the most important thing to them. True, I'm uploading files every day because of the chat, because now I've made this goal of uploading at least one vlog a week. And that has really made a difference. Okay, yeah, it really did. The connecting part probably made more of the because I go to see other communities mostly because I'm nosy. Mostly because I'm nosy. I always want to see what other people are doing, but I get a chance to meet really great people. Rubbernecker and John P. and Charlie, all of them came from Willie's community. And then I found out yesterday, which was so funny, that Sousa came in here from Flo's Farm. And I found out from Sousa that I met Willie at her community. So, we're like cross-pollinating, but it's so cool. Yes, indeed. And Grow Live Together. If you guys aren't gone on Go Live Together, they come on right before me. You meet Cheryl and Jeremy and Eddie and Ryan, who you know as FedEx. He's the one who showed us how to deliver packages on this Connect and Grow. Also, Ricky, who's not there right now because he had to take on a new job, but also Scotty J, Scotty J, he's here a lot, and Scotty J is just freaking awesome. I mean, so many awesome people, so many wonderful people that come into this chat and have their own chats. So, be sure and go out and support other chats and get to know other people. These community members are very, very good people. So, yeah. Debbie, I left you a package. Oh, Debbie, you're connecting with Mary. Oh, sweet. Look, it's Travel Cake Trip. Speaking of connections, another person that I was on a cruise with is Kathy of Travel Cake Trips. Good morning, Vicki, and all the chat. It's Friday. Yes, girl. TGIF. TGIF. Look at this. He loves candy apples too. I want to see that. I want to see what that looks like. Dude, because that is just crazy. Oh, I can't do it. It's not doing it right on the other side, y'all. Psh. Wouldn't you know it? I'll look at it later. I'll look at the live chat. Will upload in 24 hours. So if you miss connecting with anybody, you will have an opportunity to go back there and connect with them by just looking at the live chat. It will still let you click on their link. It's pretty awesome, y'all. And I always tell everybody that's in this chat should share this chat to somewhere else because of that. It's got all the links of all the people in the chat who are growing their community. So if you share this chat on Instagram or somewhere, they will see it. But wait until the chat comes up, because some people will come to this chat and not realize that it takes 24 hours for the live chat to kick in, the panel. So then it won't mean anything for them. But if the panel is open and you share it to another person and tell them there's a lot of people in this chat who are growing their community. If you want to meet new people, you're helping everybody in the chat. I mean, that's just crazy. Any way you think about it. But I keep saying that, but people were just like, what is she talking about? But yeah, that is one great way to help everybody in the chat. So what a great idea. Now, Instagram, y'all, I am not doing well for Instagram. I don't understand how it works. I need to do a deep dive class in the Instagram. I want to share this to Instagram, but I don't know how to do it. And I keep saying to myself, okay, Vicki, it's probably much easier than you're making it right now. So I don't know. One of y'all are going to have to give me some quick lessons on how to share stuff to Instagram, because nobody else has time for it either. My daughter, who is an Instagram person, she keeps saying, Mom, it's not that hard. You're just making it difficult. Okay, probably so. But anyway, so hashtag grow from my buddy Carol, the solo cruiser. And she does some great stuff on her. Yeah, I've been watching your videos, Carol, about you interviewing people. You are so good. Oh my gosh. The questions she asks people, and Kathy, check it out when you get a chance. The questions she asks people. And I was always afraid to ask anybody anything. But Carol, you have given me new hope. I'm like, wow, they're answering that question too. I mean, oh my goodness. The cruise tubers, woohoo, just hit 3,800 watch hours. Yes. So you only need 200 watch hours. Okay, we're going to help you out with that, sweetie. Okay, the cruise tubers, be sure to connect to them. I know you probably typed hashtag grow, right? the cruise tubers, do you have a playlist that we can play? Because we will do that. All you got to do is say, I do have playlists, and we will play those playlists and help you out. Almost at the 4,000 requirement, still a bit off on the subs though, closing in on 500. I tell everybody, if you want more subs, all you got to do is post a few shorts. If that's, if that's for you. If it's not for you, I would suggest for both of these items, Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat, people exchange playlists, and when somebody exchanges a playlist with you, they also subscribe to you. So that's like a twofer. So Tuber Chat comes on at 6 p.m. every third day. So I would definitely connect with Tuber Chat. And also for subscriptions, one of the things that really has helped me and is still helping me. In fact, I think it's a reason why my channel has taken off in the last year is because I've gone to other communities and started meeting other communities. I mean, we love our community. We love all the people we already know, but it's also really good, as you know, from us meeting Cruise Tuber. It's also really good to go out and meet other people that like the same things that you like, and getting to know them and making some new supportive connections. So I always, when I see somebody, especially with the name Cruise right in their name, I go and I check out their channel and I see if they're going to be a good match with me or whatever, or if their information is something that I will be looking at, because, you don't want to just make any connection. You want to make a connection with somebody who probably is going to look at your stuff, and you're probably going to look at their stuff. And, I have just a few interests, but, most of them are food, crafts. You can tell by looking at the people in my chat what my interests are. Okay. Cruising, gaming, because I like to watch it, and I watch it with my grandson. So there you go. And crocheting, because here's the funny thing: I know how to crochet, but my fingers just don't want to do it. My fingers are getting old or something. I can't crochet. But Mary goes, "You don't have to know how to crochet to go to the channel," and I'm like, okay. So there you go. They do something called crochet connecting, or you're gonna have to explain it, Mary, because I don't explain it as well as you do. Travel Cake Trips is saying hello to Amy. And Cruise Tuber said he left a package. We don't use the S word. He's going to probably say, what's she talking about? We don't use the S word. We have learned that's probably not a good idea, because we don't want to bring that much attention to the Connect and Grow. But, and the reason why is because of Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat taught FedEx, who is Ryan Parker, how to correctly connect with another channel. We call it leaving a package. The package means we commented, we gave them a thumbs up, and we watched their video, because that is what is required to tell you YouTube that you're not a bot. Because a lot of times the reason that subs are dropped is because of the bot situation on YouTube. So if they don't believe you're a real sub, they will drop it. And that's unfortunate. Believe me, I know. Amy says, congratulations. I'm at 3940 watch hours. Woohoo! You're getting there, girlfriend. Look at that. Now, see, yesterday I watched. Today I'm going to have to watch again. You guys be sure and play Amy's playlist, and also on another tab, play Cruise Tubers playlist. I assume you have playlists. Hey, Travel Cake Trips, we be tripping. Yes, indeedy, we be tripping. That is the thing that I learned about Kathy. She is really good at marketing. That girlfriend, oh my goodness, she can market. I watched her on the cruise, and I was like, okay, I need at least 1/4 of that, at least. Girl, I am beginning to put my business cards in my wallet. So we've had some improvement. Okay. Kiki, we're in Indiana, but actually live closer to Chicago than Indianapolis. So how far is Chicago from Indianapolis, because we're looking for like a midpoint here. Okay. Now I'm in Kentucky. Getting to Chicago is 5 hours. Okay. I don't see that happening. I can't drive that far. So I was going to say that maybe we should meet like somewhere in the middle. Okay. And that way nobody has to drive too far. That would be good. So, because I fall asleep after 2 hours. Yeah. I have to stop and take a rest because my eyes just can't handle. I have bad eyes, and my eyes cannot handle more than 2 hours of driving. It's just like after a while, they're like, okay, we got to rest now. Okay, Debbie, all you got to do is type hashtag grow, and it will show your link, the full link. Okay. So just type hashtag grow, nothing else, and it will show your link and everybody can go there. The cruise tuber said, almost there, Amy K. I'll play your list today to give you a boost. Y'all need to play each other's lists right now. Amy, you play cruise tubers, you play Amy's list, and that will help both of you out tremendously. Okay. I have some friends that I exchange lists with, like Camille of Pitts Life. We play each other's playlists. Okay. It's a wonderful thing. The cruise left you a package. Yes. Okay. Okay. See, Mary's out there. She's making her connections. Mary has a site, a channel called Blessed Through Connections. So be sure and check that out too. Mary, be sure to leave that link in here before you go. Thank you for the welcome, my lovely. Oh, Debbie, come anytime. Everyone deserves a cruise for sure. At least a cruise, at least. And if you don't want to get on a cruise, just watch the videos. You know, the videos are freaking awesome. It's better than watching, anything else, in my opinion. But, I'm biased, whatever, but still. Betty, that's amazing. Betty, yes. Congratulations. Yes. Hashtag grow. Let's see. Food Carnival, Food MSC. Hey, you guys, it's way after 11 o'clock. I didn't even play after party. That's so that late. See, Lori is thinking about packing, so she hasn't been thinking about after party, but I'm not even there anyway. I'm only at 10:37. The trains here in UK are pants. Are pants. My bright line was Miami Central to West Palm, 1.25 hours. Wow. Orlando to Miami is 3.5 hours. On the bright line, really? Wow, I thought it was faster than that. Hello, Willies. I would be there. Oh, Mary, that's great. I'm in Ohio. Yes, we need to find a place in the middle where everybody can meet. Yes, indeed. Morning, people. Sue from the Bud Files. Welcome in. I'm going to pick up the pace here, y'all, because I am going way too slow. Mary said, I am too busy right now planning a baby shower for my grandchild on the way, decorations, invitations, crocheting, the favors. A girl, you do sound pretty busy. I'm just saying. Pretty busy. Hashtag grow. Cruz Bolero leaving their link right there. Okay. Team Marie says, LOL. Thank you. We love dressing up. So we were so excited. And you guys y'all were killing it. Okay. I'm just saying now. We were excited for Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night was fun. I had a good time. I think Jorge had a good time. Although he's like, okay, we've walked around, ran around, danced around. I still don't understand. I mean, we're both like, but it was fun. Hello to everyone in the chat, Kiki says. Oh, whoop, whoop, it's Scotty J coming in before the after party. Y'all, the after party went and left. I'm just way behind. Amy K watching now. I love your infographic overlays. By the way, she is freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm just Just saying, if you haven't seen Amy's stuff, you need to go over there. You may not even be interested in Royal Caribbean or casinos or any of that stuff, but just that. And also she has a channel about losing weight, but she started talking about losing weight, which I didn't know, in her early videos. As I was playing your playlist, it was playing your early videos, and I was like, oh, okay, you spun off from there with your other channel. I get it. More to see. Okay. Hi, Kiki. You and Ray are always stylish. They really are. I love some of Kiki's pictures that I don't even know where she was like laid back, got her hat on, her sunglasses. Girl. More to see. I'm late. No, you're not. You're here, and you're here before the after party. So you made it here for Foodie Time. I'm the one who's late. Candy apples, candy apples. Thank you, sweetie. I'm so excited about candy apples. We don't have any in this area, but I know the place in Gatlinburg, the bakery that has candy apples. One of these days, I'm going to talk Jorge into going there because he loves that place. Okay. So maybe I can get me a candy apple. Yeah, I'm moving now, y'all. I hope you all enjoy the weekend with your Valentine. It doesn't matter if it's a person, your pet, or just that special time alone doing whatever makes you happy. Getting a massage. I'm thinking about it. If we don't come up with a good plan for Valentine's Day, I'm going to massage envy, y'all. My back and everything is killing me. And it's probably because of my bad posture. Here I am hunched over this computer, y'all. And when I'm working on my vlogs, I stay in the same position for a long time. It's not good. Lori, I got my nails did. Oh, does that count? Yes, it really does. You are getting cruise ready. I love it. Carol left you a package. Willie, yes, for sure, Lori. That does count as getting ready for your cruise. Willie, he's doing all of the Foodie Squad emojis. He's part of the Foodie Squad. More to see says blanket hello so I don't miss anyone. It is easy to miss people. PF Chang's. Look, they're like, what is she talking about? PF Chang's. Amy, you know me. You really did. I love PF Chang's. I have to go to a Mexican restaurant so that he can go to PF Chang's. And you know what? We've been going to a lot of Mexican restaurants, and we haven't been to PF Chang's lately. National Cheddar Day, National Crab Ragoon Day, Galentine's Day, and National No One Eats Alone Day. Wow. You go, girl. Cheddar Day, and we didn't even know that, but Eddie wasn't on Go Live today anyway because dude was taking a nap. I hope he's okay. Mary says more. Left you a package. Yes. Okay. Look, we're cooking with gas now. Nope, I cook. Mark eats whatever it is. It's good that you have a husband like that. My husband was a firefighter, and he's very choosy about food. I don't know what that's about, but sometimes I'll make something and he'll look at it and go, that's not for me. He doesn't like anything that has like meat and gravy, unless it's a stew, or not a stew, but unless it's like beef with brown gravy. But anything else that has a gravy, if chicken with a gravy, no, he ain't doing that. Anyway, so everybody's subbing everybody. Oh, I'm loving this. You guys are connecting. We're almost out of time, but that's okay. Like I said before, 24 hours, the open panel will come open. So even if you don't get to connect with somebody right now, 24 hours from now, it's going to show this panel, and you can go through and say, is there anybody that I needed to connect to that I didn't connect to? And you can send it to another spot like Instagram or Reddit, or what are the other places, y'all? Because I wouldn't say Facebook, because Facebook is very picky about what they show, unless it is in a group. Then they'll do it. But I'm getting a blank. TikTok, I don't think you can share it to either, but I could be wrong about that. There's a lot of different places that you can send it to where people, or you could post it in YouTube, like on a post, and people, and tell people there are people in this community that are growing their community. They typed hashtag grow so that they show your link. Be sure to check them out to see what they are about. Check it out. Check out what they're about. So, that would work too. My wife and I are doing a float spa date tonight. That sounds like fun. Maybe I can get him to go to the spa. Gosh, crew tubers, that sounds like a great idea. Okay. I'm just saying. Once upon a time, they had this thing up in Indianapolis. I don't know if they still have it, where you would go and you spend this romantic night in this spa room that has this giant whirlpool and all this other stuff. Very sexy. Okay. I don't know if they still have that. It was in Indianapolis. Any of you Indiana people know about this, but I don't know if they still have that. It's years ago. I mean, years and years ago. Mary says, I know I'm going to have to figure out some kind of storage for my phone, because when I have my grandchild in June, that's my phone. My first phone is going to be full of pictures. Get you one of these. This is made by Toshiba. You can find it on Amazon, and it is 2 terabytes, I think. And save everything after that. Well, see, how do you do that from a phone? I save everything to Google Drive, and then I download it because this plugs into my computer. So I save all of my photos to Google Drive, and then I save them off to various other places. But I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You're in trouble. I use cruising to regroup, so I don't do any electronic stuff. Phone usually stays in safe, but for dinner reservations, this cruise I have timed dining. Yeah, I understand that. Regrouping is a thing, relaxing, enjoying your vacation. I wouldn't know what that's about because, I'm a content creator, We're always thinking, wow, better have my phone with me. Something exciting could happen. That's the way we think. Yeah, I don't know. I feel sorry for my husband. He hasn't taken a cruise in ever where he doesn't have somebody recording stuff, his food, his room. Okay, everybody's connecting. It's so lovely. I'm so glad that y'all meet each other because there's a bunch of great channels in here. I'm telling y'all, some of the information is going to blow your mind. So connect and find out about each other's channel. Scott says, trying to find seed-free oil restaurants. Good luck with that, sweetie. In other places, it's pretty hard. Found one, though. You did? You did? Okay. Inquiring minds. Pura Vida. Oh, dude. In Miami. Pura Vida. Where is that located at in Miami? Tell me, please. Okay. I'm about a non-seed oils myself, so I understand that, sweetie. Scott is doing a fast. Scott fasts. I am intrigued with his fasting. He likes to clear out the toxins in his body and whatnot. Now, I did intermittent fasting, which probably doesn't count for a fast because it's only eating in a certain period of time. I would eat from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I haven't been doing that lately, but out of all the things that have helped my health, when I was doing intermittent fasting, that was the healthiest I have been in years. So I know that fasting, even in that small amount, can really help you out. So, and I lost a bunch of weight. At that time, I was down like 15 pounds. And the only thing I was doing was eating between 10 and 6. I mean, I wasn't changing my diet. I wasn't doing anything. Now, what happened that blew that up was I went on a cruise. Yeah, it is really hard to eat between 10 and 6 on a cruise. And you would have thought that when I came back, I would be, I was going to go right back to it again. I came back and that cruise kind of pushed me over a little bit. So when I went to my doctor, the first thing she said was, okay, you're in the diabetes zone now. And I'm suggesting that you start a GLP-1. So I started a GLP-1 at the very low level, 2.5. I mean, it didn't really change my appetite or anything at 2.5, but it did help my diabetes. And that did help me get back to where I am right now. So I'm only about 6 pounds lighter than I was when I was doing my intermittent fasting. I'm 21 pounds down, but uh, intermittent fasting and any other kind of fasting is very effective. Now, what I should do if I wanted to lose more weight, yeah, I'm not really that concerned about losing weight, but if I wanted to lose more weight, I could probably do intermittent fasting right now, and it would be so easy because 10 to 6, I can do that with my eyes closed, but I haven't been that interested in losing weight. Cruz, what up? Yes, Cruz, fam. You guys are connected. I do know that. I think that's how I met Cruz, actually. Controversial cruising. Hey, fam. If Scott is still lurking, tell him to tell Greg I will have my phone off as soon as we get to port Sunday. Okay. Why as soon as you get to port? How come you just don't wait till the sail away to turn it off? You can still get phone calls and everything while you're at port. I don't know. That's not my business. I know. Vicky, mind your business. Willie, a million stars up in the sky. One shines brighter. I can't deny. I love so precious. I love so true. A love that comes from me to you. Aww. Is he reading Valentine's cards? Tell the truth. Willie will be live probably right after this live, so be sure to check out Willie of Desert Hangout. And if you have not connected with Willie, yeah, be sure to connect. Willie plays music all day. He's like the soundtrack to my household. I play him on my television in the dining room, and I can hear his music all day long. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you, Willie? But yeah, so be sure to check to Willie's Desert Hangout, and yeah, that channel right there. Well, there's quite a few people in here from that community. More to see. Scott, aren't you on a cruise? Thank you, cruise tubers. I will watch a video and leave a package and a like after the live. Yeah, thank you guys for the likes in advance, by the way. This thumb doesn't work. Okay, that thumb doesn't work. I'm in Key West. In case you guys didn't hear it at the top of the hour, this is one of the favorite things I like about Key West is the greenery and the porches. It feels so tropical there. Reminds me of the Philippines when I used to live there. It's such a cool feeling, such a tropical environment. Blessed to crochet. Okay, here's one. Get a different name day. Does that mean get married? Candy, apple, candy, apple, candy, apple. Oh, you're making me hungry, Willie. We all know everyone goes to Cheesecake Factory for the cheesecake. Yeah. And I always split it with somebody. It's a big piece of cheesecake, so I end up splitting it with somebody, usually my husband, sometimes my grandson. Speaking of my grandson, I told y'all my grandson is going to be going with me on my cruise. It's been complicated because Port Canaveral is not easy, especially if you're going to land in Orlando and you still got to figure out how to get people from Orlando to Port Canaveral. It's just, I know GoPort and all that other stuff, but it's just complicated. GoPort gets on my nerves, y'all. I'm going to tell you, the last time I took GoPort, I was in a really long line to get on there, and we stood there for a long time waiting on that shuttle. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Anybody have a better idea on how to get from Port Canaveral to Orlando and vice versa? Thanks, Bless. Promise to do the same after the live. I can't keep up with the chat on my phone, so anyone who left a package, I will watch, comment, and leave a package for you as well. Thank you, sweetie. You are awesome. My husband had to go to the doctor for cysts that turned abscess that they had to take care of. Oh, that's what was going. He's recovering, but it wasn't the hospital. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I only saw it fleeting by. It went by really fast, and I was like, okay, I think that was Mary. I really look forward to the lives every day. It feels like I'm visiting a friend. Oh, yeah. I know that feeling. Okay. It is a very cool feeling. Thank you. YouTube. YouTube in general helped me through some contrasting experiences for sure. It's strange. It was the blessing I was not expecting. I'm just saying. A husband had a cyst that turned abscess that had to be taken care of. Uh, we went to the doctors, but if he waited, we would have been in the hospital. Oh, I'm glad he didn't wait. Oh my gosh. Are you leaving, my friend? Is that the deuces or is this the pieces? I don't know. I know. We're after the after party. We are in the I don't know what are we doing. So Willie, big hug. So sorry for your loss. He was close to his mom for the same thing. Same thing happened to Willie that happened to me where he became really close to his mom because he had to help her so much. And wow. Yes, Amy. I know he was probably close to his mom before that, but like I said, that tends to intensify the relationship. So I knew what he was going through, but he got some signs. The signs, yeah, he got some signs. I know this. Thank you. More to see. Okay. You guys, I'm gonna have to get off of here. It is after 11:30. The most valuable gift in life is making connections, friendships, and being there with your family. The transactions, as I was saying, between people are the most valuable things. And you can leave somebody with either a good feeling or a bad feeling, and they will pass it on, whichever it is. If it's a bad feeling, they may pass it on to their family. If it's a good feeling, they may pass it on to their family. Yeah. So I have learned a lot from watching the near-death experiences. You would not think that, but I did learn some things. And I noticed some things about my own life. And I think it's helped me. I think it's helped me. I really do feel like learning about how people communicate and how it affects other people has really helped me realize and pretty much examine anything that I say now. When I say stuff to people, I think, okay, was that a good transaction? Okay, did they understand my feeling about that? More to see says, yes, blessed, yes. I love making all these new friends. This community is great. We're so glad you're here, Gerald. You know, I meet a lot of people every day. Okay. And not everybody connects. That's just how that goes. But some people will come in and become part of our community and get blessed because this community is freaking awesome. So, more to see. I'm so glad you're here. You are a blessing. And thank you for coming over and joining in with us. Uh, I don't always see who left me a package. Love it when they let you know. Comments are part of our package. So they should leave a comment, a thumbs up, and watch your video. So if you don't see their comment, they did not leave a package. I'm just saying. Love it when they let you know in the comments, and I gladly send a package back after watching and commenting on their videos as well. Well, one of the reasons we leave a comment is because that shows engagement. It shows you're not a bot. You know, that's one of the reasons. But you're right. It also lets them know that, hey, I checked you out. Please check me out as well. I mean, you don't have to connect to me, but please check me out at least. Carol says, I have problems sharing anything to Instagram. I just directly upload to it and share from Facebook. I don't know what to say about Instagram. I would like to tell Mr. You know who that he needs to do something about that. If you want us to share stuff on Instagram, you got to make it a little more intuitive. More. I left you a package and I was glad to do it. Mary. Vicky is an amazing supporter out here in these YouTube streets. Dark theme. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, hello, Dark. Everybody's now seeing you. Hey, hello there, Blessed Crochet. How is everything? Okay, you guys are still talking. It's 11:13 in the chat. I have a friend of mine that I met through here in Texas, and she's like a sister to me. And for a girl, they didn't have any brothers or sisters. It's a blessing. Yeah, I get that. Actually, I'm making an ABC blanket for my grandchild. Aww. So after party, octopus waving, octopus waving. Larry has me doing a puzzle. Then he started with look up, weather, stop, mail, etc. I need a break. She said, time out. Okay. Lori, are you going to? She's going on a cruise. Yeah. You wouldn't know it from what she's saying, right? Look, she's got all this stuff she's got to do. She ain't even packed her stuff yet. I need to put my videos in a playlist. Haven't done that yet. Put your videos in a playlist. Not only because people can watch your playlist that way, but also because YouTube plays playlists. So if you put your videos in a playlist and somebody plays this video, next video that comes in will be in your playlist. Yeah, that is a huge thing I learned, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, I did not know that. And when I changed all of my stuff over to playlists, or started putting things in playlists, and I started playing stuff more, and I started getting more engagement, I was like, YouTube likes playlists. Makes sense. They want you to direct people. Yes, they do. Hey, it's Charvon. Hey, Charvon. How are you doing? Parker's on the go. Hey, happy Friday. Happy almost Valentine's Day. Another lovely couple here that you get to know. I was on their live last night. They come on live on Thursdays. You guys are hilarious. I'm just... Oh my gosh, so much good stuff, Charvon. I don't even know where to begin. That was just so deep. I was like, she's very, very informative, first of all. Charvon, you probably know, because I think I've heard you say it, about how to get a good way to get from Port Canaveral to Orlando and Orlando to Port Canaveral. Funny these days, all I do is watch YouTube. It's the most interesting thing out there. I'm a biased person. Tuber Chat. Thank you, Mary. This is Tuber Chat. If you need to grow your watch hours, if you need to meet new people, if you need to subscribe to other people and get to know other communities, start here. Tuber Chat is easy. It looks complicated, but they have instructions right in the description of things that you can do to help you. And Kevin, the owner of Tuber Chat, will start saying over and over as you're listening to him what you need to do it better in order to ask people if will you exchange playlists and stuff like that. So a lot of people go to Tuber Chat and they're totally intimidated. I was one of those people. I watched Tuber Chat for months before I tried it. But after I tried it, I realized, yeah, this is a great way to meet other people. So there you go. Thank you for that, Mary. Okay, so you guys, I got to get off of here. I really do. I keep saying that, but really do, because now we're coming up on 1:45 p.m. Yes, we're going to get back to this channel in a couple weeks. Had a computer issue a little bit, so Blessed Through Connection, that is the link. Be sure to connect there. That is another connect and grow, a connection and grow. I'm not sure what you call it, Mary, but anyway, after the after party, I know, right? You know, I got to do it because at this point.
Move your body, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Feel the 808s drop, drop, drop.
Sweet. Thank you, Billy, for forcing me to actually do it. Parker's on the go, and Charvon is saying use cruise controlled transportation. I wrote it down during the after party song because I saw it coming up next. And use the code POTG for a discount. Yeah, that right there is a good tip. We're going to have to remember that for our Thrifty Thursday. No. Yeah, Thrifty Thursday tips on travel and other discounts. Yeah, remind me, y'all. Say, Vicky, don't forget about the cruise control transportation. Okay, y'all. So, yes. Scott said, yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, he needed that. He really needed that. Oh, thank you. More to see, said. You guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm listening and trying to get my gaming in before I pack. Girl, pack your freaking clothes. Also, if you share the video from your playlist, it's a different share link. And then when they watch the video, it automatically goes into the next video. That's what I'm talking about. So whenever somebody shares a video in your playlist, or if you share a video in your playlist, it will show your playlist. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Sleep on the cruise. I sleep on the cruise. I get it. I don't know why people sleep on the cruise. I can't do it. You know, I'm too spiked about the food and the music and all this. I can't sleep. I want to do everything. I'm the last person sleep in our cabin. Amy says, and always have a playlist of all your videos. That way someone can just go to the playlist and click play all. You can also, on the TV, hit play mix. If you go to somebody's channel, up at the top where it says view channel or whatever it says up at the top, when you go to somebody's channel, when you hit view channel, it will show the channel and it will show a little button that says play mix. I do that. Okay, I play mixes of people's stuff on the TV so that I can get, it will show the stuff you haven't seen yet. That's the best thing about it. So anyway, sleep, gamble, and eat. That's me. We share that, Lori, for sure. Grow, hashtag grow. Okay, it's time to go. We know this because people are beginning to type hashtag grow. Just dropped into the chat. We do have the discount. Just dropped in the chat. We do have the discount code. Be sure to use the discount code. I'm going to use the discount code. Our growth is partly due to Tuber Chat. I agree. Tuber Chat is awesome, and it helped me to get to 1,000 subscriptions. So if you're trying to get to 1,000, definitely check out Tuber Chat. Okay, foodie, tacos, 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 tacos. Let's connect. Yes. What was today's topic? Today's topic was almost Valentine. You missed it. Almost Valentine's Day and Friday the 13th. How often does that happen, right? Hello, everyone. Hi, Will. How you doing? Welcome in. Okay, this weekend's agenda, post new video and make playlist. Girl, it's a go. It's a go. Okay, we're at the bottom. I think we're at the bottom. Okay, you guys, I got a nice 2-minute video coming up as an outro. You have an opportunity. If you have not already done so, be sure to type hashtag grow. And also, you guys have a great Valentine's Day weekend. If nothing else, eat some chocolate. Look, doesn't matter if the rest of the weekend goes well. Eat some chocolate. Get a massage. I don't know. Immerse, I was trying to keep you on. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. We're out of here. You guys, like I said, have a great one. And remember, travel is calling. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's time for me to go back to work. So I will see you guys tomorrow, Monday. Maybe tomorrow. Anything is possible on Valentine's Day. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I will talk with y'all.
Yeah. Waves crash loud, they don't say please. Yeah. I'm out here chasing southern breeze, beat. Yeah. Clock ticking fast like a heart in a race. Yeah. But I'm so stepping in my own space. Anchors drop, but I cut the chain. Don't need no way, just my own name. I'm a runaway tide, I'm a rebel seed. No map, no guide, just wild and free. Sail away, sail away, sail away now. Let the wind take my bow, water. Turning back, no ground to stay. I'm gone, I'm gone. Sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away now. Let the wind take my bow, water. Turning back, no ground to stay. I'm gone, I'm gone. Sail away, sail away. Sky splits wide like a vinyl scratch. Moon's the DJ light in my pad. Stars are the crowd, they twinkle and sway. I'm spitting verses while the night play. The deep hum bass of the ocean below echoes my pulse, it's a live show. Every wave a beat, every gust a rhyme. Lost and I love it, it's my time. Sail away. Leave the past behind. Sail away. Storms can't cloud my mind. All I see, it's just the sea and me. Sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away.